Shankara Parvati Pati Mahadev Sri Shankara.
Namaste, it is Sahara Rose, and welcome back to the Highest Self podcast, a place where we discuss what makes you your highest evolvement. I was taking a walk right now, and I was thinking about the concept of purpose, the reason why we do the things that we do. And yesterday, which many of you guys saw on my social media as well as Deepak Chopra's, he congratulated me through a Facebook Live to millions of his followers on his giant audience that he has for my book launch for The Idiot's Guide to Ayurveda. And it was truly the most surreal moment of my life, because here was someone that I've spent my entire life looking up to congratulating me on this book that I've spent the past 4 years studying and writing about Ayurveda, and it coming to life and having his name next to mine on the title, which I'm looking at right now, having written the foreword for me. It was truly an out-of-body experience. So while I was there, it was actually at the summit that people, a lot of creative entrepreneurs were at, and there were a lot of speakers there. For example, Gary Vaynerchuk, who's like a really big like YouTube entrepreneur / motivational speaker, and lots of speakers about those topics. And I was telling his assistant who Gary V is, because he's super famous, and he had walked by me, and she was like, yeah, but people want to make all this money online, but for what? And I immediately was like, well, they want to make money online because it allows them for freedom and makes them not have to go to work every day. But then I started thinking about, well, why? Not going to work every day to do what? Having the money to do what? And I realized that this why is really just the bloodline that surpasses us in physical form and is what connects us to the universe. And I think if you ask any entrepreneur why, they may say it's for the money or for having time on their hands or not having a boss, but it's really not, because you'll see as an entrepreneur, especially if you're in my sphere and wellness and spirituality, it's definitely not for the money. And it's not to have lots of time on your hands, because you'll know you're busier than ever before, but it's for a higher reason. And if you don't believe in energy and things like that, then just ask yourself, well, why do people even have kids? It's for a feeling that surpasses you. Purpose is beyond oneself. It's submitting to the urges that the universe has placed within you. And when you're following that purpose, it feels really good. Better than sleep. Ask any actor on a movie set. Better than money. Ask anyone who sold their multi-million-dollar company to pursue what they really want to do in life. It even feels better than the massages that you think are your motivation. You'll realize that the money best used, those massages, the healthy food you spend your entire paycheck on, the things that you value and you spend your hard dollars on, are really just tools to help you continue on your higher purpose. It's your sacred mission, your dharma. A concept that exists in every culture, religion, and tradition. Your why. Because without it, life is just under-seasoned food. And you take mouthfuls, but really, it's just flavorless. and you're eating just to survive, but not to thrive. Think about your why. What are 3 things you'd like to leave this planet with? More love, more trees, more adaptogenic smoothie bowls, whatever it is, recognize it. Life without intention will never lead you to any direction. And don't feel intimidated by it. The why you have now may not be the why that you have next year. And that's okay. It takes many shapes and phases and forms, and one why sculpts itself into another. And that's all part of the journey called life. We have our big purposes, wanting to stop world hunger, climate change, sexual trafficking. But then we have our everyday ones. Sharing recipes, promoting recycling, being a mentor. Both are equally important and meaningless without the other. Think global, act local. You don't have to do it all, but you can be surprised by how much you can do if you just try. If you are waiting for a sign, this is it. Namaste, Sahara.